Okay, now that we've got our pixel installed, the next step is gonna be to create custom audiences to retarget our ads to. Think of audiences as people or groups that you want to show your ads to. What we're gonna do is go right up here again in our ads account and click under here, the same little drop down, and go to assets, and now we're gonna click audiences. In the last video we did our pixel, now we're gonna click audiences. We have a few options here. In this case, we're going to create a custom audience, and we're going to look at the different options. And I'm going to mention a few of these right now, just so you know you can use them. And we may have other videos about these specific types, but you're not really going to need them all. First one is the customer file. You can actually upload a list of email addresses, maybe your past clients, maybe other realtors in your market. Be careful here. Facebook doesn't want you just spam advertising to random lists, but as long as it's a list you have for a good reason, you can upload a customer file, call that audience something, and then show them Facebook ads. So that's really useful. The one you're going to most frequently use is the website traffic. So I'll come back to that in just a second. App activity, unless you're really sophisticated and you have your own real estate mobile app, you're probably not going to use that, but you can retarget people based on what they're doing in your app. And then finally, you can actually create retargeting lists, custom audiences based on people engaging with your content and your videos. And that is very interesting and useful. We will have more videos about that down below in this section. But right now, let's focus on the website traffic section and create our first custom audience. So right here, you'll see when I click that, it says website traffic. Anyone, you have some options. Anyone who visits your website, people who visit specific web pages, people visit specific web pages but not other, people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time. Really cool. Let's focus on the first one here. This is the simplest. You can create an audience, and I'll call this realtargeter.com visitors. Okay, and then it'll be anybody who visits a site with my pixel installed, and I'll be able to go back later and run ads to them. I'll show you how to run the ad in the next video and how to choose the audience. So that's one type of pixel audience I can create. Let's create another one here. Go back to audiences. And now we'll create custom. Sorry, I had it in the wrong spot. And now let's say I want to show ads to people who visit specific URLs. And the most common use for this one, really cool, there's two really cool uses for you as an agent. One would be retarget people who visit the valuation page, the seller what's mine worth page on your site if you have one of those. And you could, retarget them with a video that thanks them for checking the value of their house and gets to see your face, right? So maybe the URL contains, if you have a conversion site, for example, that would be, it contains sell.php on your site. You could also retarget people who visit specific listings. And that gets really fancy. So say you have a high-end listing that you're really trying to get exposure for, and you really want to go the extra mile. You could pop an MLS number in if the URL has the MLS number in, something like that. And then Facebook would know that anybody who visits a page with that MLS number in the URL, and all you need to do is go look at the URL for that single property page, make sure it has the pixel on it, and then you would create an audience that says, say 123 Main Street, right? So you could then show them a video or an ad that says, hey, I noticed you were looking at 123 Main Street on my website. Are you interested in buying something in that area? Would you mind telling your friends about it? My seller really wants to sell. You can get really creative there. All right, so that's specific URLs that contain specific things, or URLs that equal specific things right there. What else do we have? We have the people who haven't visited in a certain amount of time. Okay. So include people who have visited your website in the last 180 days but haven't been back. So maybe you don't want to keep showing your ad to people who are just there, but maybe you do a funny video that with you crying, right? Maybe I'll do this to you. You might see an ad like this now that I mentioned it, and it'll just be you crying and you haven't come back to my website. You can get really creative there, all right? So you can create audience name people who left, right? They haven't come back in 30 days. So I'll create that audience. You can include traffic that's already hit your pixel. Okay? And then we have the last kind, I'll show you again, was the engagement on Facebook. And I'm just going to peek at this, but look at this. You can actually retarget people who have clicked to look at a lead ad but didn't opt in, right? Very, very interesting. And you can do video engagement stuff, right? So people who have watched, say somebody watched 95% of a specific video that I have. And I don't have any, I have to pick the page here. Let me grab it. So do I have any videos installed here? I may not. Let me look at my main real estate website and show you how this works. Okay, so let's say somebody went and they watched the home value video that I have. Curious about the value of your home. And they watched the whole thing. Okay, they watched 95% of that in the last 180 days. Well, watched home value video. I could then show them a follow-up ad on Facebook, right? So this is really cool. Lots of possibilities with retargeting. You are going to encounter specific examples as you go through the mastermind here over time. I'll be showing you different examples, but this is critical that you know how to create audiences and that you're aware of the different kinds of audiences you can create. So for right now, just go ahead and create a general audience for everybody who visited your site. That's going to be useful. Make sure you have that audience created, and then I'll see you in the next video.